Alrighty, so we're come back up into the Blue Mountains on the other side of the Blue Mountains, heading towards Lithgow area. But I came up here to do a bit of a scouting mission today. There was an area I wanted to go look at, but I stopped on the way through after noticing a trail that headed off on the side of another mountain. And when we got up and onto that trail, I noticed some pretty interesting mountains and landscape leading out that direction. And what I found up here was a lot of wildflowers. So I was having a look on the way through, and just had my phone on me and figured I'd have a bit of a snap on a certain area. And yeah, I didn't mind the look of it. And it's also looking to be maybe a bit of a promising sunset today. So we've hung around. We've just had a feed back at the four-wheel drive. I don't know if you noticed behind me or not, but we're walking up an old fire trail. Hasn't been used for many years. There's a lot going through the centre of it now. It leads into a single file walking trail. But yeah, it's pretty nice out here, and definitely a nice scenery. Shows some big mountains, or some big plateaus, I should say. But yeah, I've decided to come down here quite a bit before the sun actually sets, not just to secure my composition and what I want to get, but you know, some of the nicest light during golden hour is side on from where I am, and we see in a two-dimensional aspect. And when you photograph directly into the sun, it flattens that image out and really shows you that two-dimensional aspect. But if you want to try and introduce that three-dimensional aspect, and you can shoot with the light side on, then that does wonders. But it's going to be a little side on here, which is great. So I want to try and shoot it during the sort of golden hour, where there's some nice soft golden light on top of the treetops. It's spring here, so what you find is on the tips of all the native trees is a nice orange and red. Plus you have the wildflowers, and then you know the atmospheric perspective further in the distance is always blue, so you'll get some nice tones between your soft golden light and out to the blue further away in that atmospheric perspective in the mountains. So yeah, I'm pretty keen. We've come back here and I've ditched the other spot that I was going to do. A couple of reasons really. I've always sort of looked for a mountainous view up here with some wildflowers, and the wildflowers up and in these areas are like, seriously, they're around for a few weeks and it's all gone. I'm already starting to see quite a lot of them now that are dying off, so they won't be around for much longer. And yeah, I just thought I'd take the opportunity to get over here and give it a crack and see what I can pull off. I've got a good vibe about it. Anyway, it's not a big walk, it's not an arduous walk, so I'll be there soon enough, and I'll give you a look at what I have in mind. Alright, so that's the area that I'm photographing out into, those mountains over there, and you can see the sun is setting off to the right hand side of me. But when you come down here, you've got all these lovely wildflowers through here. So I mean, I'll shoot this in a vertical orientation, so I can include a bit more of that sky, and put the mountains in the top part of the lens to get that little bit of a distortion to show the size of them. and use these flowers in the foreground to lead you in to the scene at the back. And it should be pretty good, to be honest. But I'll shoot on like f11 here, and I'll probably focus somewhere here and then somewhere here and possibly even somewhere up the back here, and I'll have to blend it all in to get everything sharp and in focus. I may not actually focus out here, just because you'll get a bit of atmospheric perspective out there, and that's never totally sharp. So I'll probably leave it how it is with all the foreground probably about the third of the way out, as long as that's all sharp, and then blend those images together. Hopefully I don't get too much movement in these flowers in the foreground, because that'll just be a nightmare for me to stitch it all together. But yeah, that's the scene. So I'll set it all up on the camera and give you a bit of a look at what it looks like in a vertical orientation. Oh, you can see by the clouds that moved in and the photo that I shared that the light just didn't happen, but it is what it is, and I thought I'd share that moment with you anyway, just to show you that it's not all sunshine and rainbows. But yeah, thanks for coming along another video. Slap that like and subscribe if you haven't, and hang around and I'll finish the video up on a bit of a time lapse that I did with the storm clouds rolling in. Thanks for coming, take care, and we'll see you again soon.